Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sir Mr. Clean, and we're back with another Hero Quest expansion unboxing. This time, the Prophecy of Telor. I don't know anything about this one. I know I love the game system. This one also is very shiny. I feel like the last two I've done have been very shiny. Very strange. Usually, these expansions are additional quests, and then usually miniatures, sometimes specially themed dice, extra items, cards, that kind of stuff. They all run between like $25 to $40. You can usually get most of them on Amazon. There's a couple that are sold out right now, and I'm waiting for them to become available again. I have almost all of them now. I think I'm only a couple away from having every expansion for Hero Quest. This game system is fantastic. If you never heard of it before, like watch through my videos. I've got a review or an unboxing of the main game. This game has been rebooted. It was originally made in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was like 89, 90. It's a board game. You roll dice for attacking, defending, for movement. It's like a dungeon crawler. Each of the quest packs run from anywhere from 10 quests to 14 quests typically. It's a 4-player or a 5-player game. One person acts as the dungeon master, Zargon. The rest of them act as heroes. I believe there's also an app now that allows the app to act as Zargon so that you can play either by yourself or with a smaller group and you don't have to have a dungeon master. I haven't tried that yet. That is something I would like to try at some point. So hopefully I'll try it and give a review on how well that works. But yeah, the game is fantastic. It's super simple to play. It's like a very, it's a good introduction into kind of like fantasy role playing because you're not role playing as advanced as you are in like Dungeons and Dragons, for example. This is a lot more guided. Dungeons and Dragons is a lot more open, but a lot of the same things, concepts are in this game as well. But it's not hard. It's not hard. It's a great game for a family. It says 14 and up, but you could play with folks younger than that. My daughters played this, and she was like 11 at the time, so I really don't think that's an issue at all. But let's go ahead and start opening the box. Thank you for being here, though. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Also follow over there on twitch.tv/SirMrClean. I'm live a lot over there playing all kinds of games, mostly RPGs. I'm a huge RPG nut. I'm also live on YouTube here, and I'm also live on Facebook and hopefully TikTok at some point. So let's take a look. Prophecy of Telor. Let's actually read the summary really quick here. Vile dread magic has rendered Lore Tome Nigh unreadable, and its pages reveal just one name, Malar. Though the wizard Malar vanished long ago, leaving his tower and studies to ruin, it is known that he has been experimenting with forbidden magic beyond his means. Alas, in his disappearance, all that could be found was the Talisman of Lore. Something must have overlooked the Lore Tome to be so gravely affected. Playing as one of the Hero Quest's brave heroes, you must enter the maze of Malar and put an end to whatever foul play machinations are at play. Interesting. All right, so it says mysterious arcane forces are interfering with Mentor's magic in this thrilling Hero Quest expansion. Return to the world of Hero Quest and traverse through 13 thrilling quests to uncover the secrets surrounding the Talisman of Lore and the Prophecy of Telor. Features the Warlock hero as well as a fiery orange monster miniatures and combat die. So this theme is orange, which it looks like it's got a lot of fire on it. It also introduces a Warlock class. So the base game comes with a barbarian, a dwarf fighter, I believe, an elf. I think it's like an elf mage or something, or an elf ranger, and then a wizard. That's like the main 4. And then we've seen a couple expansions with like a druid. Now we've seen a warlock. I think there's been another class too. So there's been at least 3 or 4 more classes that I've seen introduced to the game. So the first thing we're seeing when we open this thing up is the quest book. So this has probably a shop. Yep, it has an alchemist shop. Most of them do. Most of the quest books have a alchemist shop, and the alchemist shops tend to be fairly unique to the quest that you're running. And I believe it said it had 13 quests inside this quest book. Yep, 13 quests. Here is a little deal for the Zargon companion app. So this is where you can download digital Zargon, and Zargon is the dungeon master basically. All right, so let's take a look here. So it does come with orange dice, which are very cool. We've gotten a lot of different neat dice that have been in these expansions so far. So they've got orange. I think we've had green. We've had black. The base game is red. So there's some cool dice. You could get it to the point where like each hero in your campaign can have their own set of dice for the game, which is really cool. Let's go. We got some cards. These are typically new artifacts, new spells, usually in the form of scrolls, or if there's an entirely new class of spells for the Warlock, that might be what is in here. We do have the Warlock card, the Warlock character card, and then it looks like we do have Warlock spells. So there are very specific Warlock spells. Very cool. So there are 4, I believe, Warlock spells, just like there's 4 of every other type of spell. There's Earth spell, Fire spell, Wind spell, Water spells, Dread spells, Warlock spells. I think there were Druid spells as well. The different potions that you can purchase from or find throughout the battle. There's some spell scrolls with different spells on them. In this case, the spell scrolls look like they have other spells from other classes. So like Heal Body, I believe that's an Earth spell. Water of Healing is a water spell. Lightning Bolt, I believe, is a wind spell, maybe. Rock Skin is also an Earth spell. So there's a few very specific spells in there. Let's take a look. We've also got miniatures. There is a... see if I can pull this out. This is the Warlock miniature. Let's take a peek at the Warlock. And usually the red miniatures are the heroes. So this looks like the Warlock. It looks really small compared to some of the others. So it looks like it's a little like maybe a goblin warlock or something. Doesn't say on the card, but I think it's like a goblin warlock of some kind. That's pretty cool. Then what I noticed, check this out. What I noticed is this big demon that's also red. And usually red means a hero class, like a playable class. So I'm curious if the little warlock has a spell to turn into a demon or something. That's kind of what that looks like to me. And then probably has a whole nother set of attributes. So that's kind of exciting. And then there's a whole bunch of enemies. So there's, I believe this is like a Chaos Warrior or a Chaos Knight of some kind. It's got a big shield and a sword. These, the miniatures in this new kind of revamped version of Hero Quest have been really cool. Great detail. They seem to be bigger. So here's a bad guy demon. This is an orange demon. So this is a bad guy version of that same demon. And then it looks like there's a few of the other characters from the main game. So there's orcs, it looks like undead, like mummies, zombies. I think there's a couple goblins, skeletons. Yeah, I think there's 2 orcs, and then there's one of those merfolk dudes. So there's some orange-colored versions of the main enemies in the game as well, the core enemies from the base set. All right, so let's go ahead and put this stuff back in here. So that is Prophecy of Telor. This is another pretty sweet-looking expansion. 13 additional quests for like 20. This is like 28, I think, on Amazon. Like for the price, 13 quests is at least, I would say, at least 90 minutes per quest. So you're looking at probably 20 hours, a good 20 hours for $28. Like that's pretty good. Like $1 an hour for a group of 5 to play. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, I think the the amount of value you're getting out of these expansions is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. You're getting $1 to $2 an hour, probably even more value than that out of these, because you can replay these quests with different people. You can get a lot of value out of this stuff. And these are quicker quests than, say, like, for example, I play a lot of Gloomhaven and Frosthaven and stuff like that, and those quests are 2 hours minimum with a group of four. A lot of times the Frosthaven quests take my group 3+ hours to complete, and there's like 130 of those in the base game, so there's a lot of value in that. So if you guys have any questions about the game system, about the expansions, leave a comment for sure. If you also have other games that you really like that are maybe in the same vein, shout them out in the comments. I'd love to read those and hear more about them. But thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Find us on twitch.tv/SirMrClean, YouTube at SirMrClean, or on Facebook, and hopefully on TikTok soon. So take care. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you soon.